Hello, welcome to another session of Turbo Machine. So I have taken one more problem that is related to velocity triangle of module 2. So I'm going to read out the problem statement. We will extract the given data and we will try to solve the problem, right? So the problem statement is something like this. Steam issues from a nozzle of a D level turbine with a velocity of 1500 meters per second. The nozzle angle is 20 degree and mean blade velocity is 450 meters per second. The inlet and exit blade angles are equal. Draw velocity triangle if CB is equal to, that is VR2 divided by VR1 is equal to 0.8, and calculate A bit rotor blade angles beta 1 and beta 2. Along with that VR1 and VR2, and third one is tangential force Ft, and fourth one is power if mass flow rate is 900 kg per hour. So this is the problem statement. So we'll extract the given data related to this. Okay, so we'll solve this problem. Solution. Okay, so again it is a type, that is D level turbine with a velocity, right? Steam issues from a nozzle, right? So this V1, this we call it as V1, steam issues from a nozzle of a D level turbine with a velocity of 1500 meters per second. So V1 is given, that is 1500 meters per second. The nozzle angle is 20 degree. So here the nozzle angle, that is alpha 1 is equal to 20 degree, and mean blade velocity is, that is the velocity of the rotor, right? Mean blade velocity of the rotor is 450 meters per second. So that is nothing but u is equal to 450 meters per second. So one more condition is given here, clearly defined. The inlet and exit blade angles are equal, right? The inlet and exit blade angles. So inlet and exit blade angles are what? That is beta 1 and beta 2. Beta 1 and beta 2 are the inlet and exit blade angles, and both are equal. So here beta 1 is equal to beta 2. So draw the velocity triangle. So we need to draw the velocity triangle, and one more condition is given, that is CB is equal to VR2 by VR1. So this is very important condition, it has been given here. So CB is equal to VR2 by VR1 is equal to 0.8, or I can write VR2 is equal to 0.8 VR1, right? So exit relative velocity is 0.8 times inlet relative velocity. So this is very important condition that has been given. Okay, so now what is to be calculated here? So we need to calculate a bit, that is beta 1 and beta 2, that is rotor blade angles. Beta 1 and beta 2 are to be calculated. Then relative velocity VR1 and VR2 value is to be found. So second one is VR1 and VR2 to be found. Then third one is what? Tangential force Ft. So there is so third one we need to calculate tangential force Ft. Ft is the tangential force that is to be calculated. So these two are to be found. VR1 and VR2 is to be found, and tangential force Ft. Along with that, fourth one is there, that is power. Power is to be calculated if mass flow rate is, that is 900 kg per hour. So mass flow rate is given here. So m dot is equal to 900 kg per hour. So this mass flow rate, always remember that this mass flow rate is converted into kg per second. So kg per second. So we are going to convert this mass flow rate, that is 900 divided by 3600, that is kg per second. So m dot is equal to, so it is 900 divided by 3600, so it is 0.25 kg per second. So this is the mass flow rate, right? Mass flow rate. So it has to be converted into kg per second. So it is very important part. Okay, so we'll solve this problem by graphical method. So graphical method. So we will solve this problem by graphical method. Okay, so as I told you, the value of v1 is 1500 meters per second, right? So you have to choose the scale such that the length of v1 should be somewhere around 12 centimeters to 15 centimeters, somewhere around, so that you can easily fit this value of v1 into your paper, right? So initially, so I will go with the first I will choose one scale 1 centimeter is equal to 100 meters per second. So this is the scale which I have chosen, and for v1 v1 is 1500 meters per second. If I draw the velocity triangle, then the maximum length of v1 will be 15 centimeters. Okay, and always try to draw the velocity triangle in landscape mode, right? So now I'm going to draw this velocity triangle. So initially I am going to draw one line, horizontal line, as you can see here. So we'll solve this problem by graphical method, and I have chosen the scale is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 100 meters per second, right? And also note down the given data for this, all of you, so here v1 is 1500 meters per second, alpha 1 is 20 degree, u is 450 meters per second, beta 1 is equal to beta 2, then cb is equal to 0.8, or we can say that vr2 is equal to 0.8 times vr1. So along with that, mass flow rate is given, that is 900 kg per hour. It has to be converted into kg per second. So these are the unknowns that are to be calculated, and we try to solve this problem by graphical method. I have chosen one scale 1 centimeter is equal to 100 meters per second. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a horizontal line over here, horizontal line, right? So this is a horizontal line, as you can see here, and I'm going to locate point A here. So this is point A, somewhere here. So point A, right? So here, what is the value of u? U is 450 meters per second. So as you can see here, the value of u is 450 meters per second. If I want to convert this in terms of centimeters, we have to divide it by 100. 450 divided by 100 is equal to 4.5 centimeters. So that is nothing but the value of u. So 4.5 centimeters, 4.5 centimeters. So this is u. So this is point B. As you can see here, this is point B. So AB is nothing but u, and the value of u is 450 meters per second. So 450 meters per second, right? 450 meters per second. And if I want to convert it in centimeters, then you have to divide it by scale, right? So the value of u is, so you can see here, u is equal to 450 meters per second. So this is u. AB is nothing but u. Now from point A with an angle of alpha 1. So here alpha 1 is 20 degree. So first I will locate 20 degree on the velocity triangle. I am going to locate 20 degree. So 20 degree somewhere here, right? And what is the value of v1? V1 is 1500 meters per second. So I am going to draw a line of 15 centimeters, as you can see here, at an angle of 20 degree. So okay, you can see now. So I have drawn a line AB. The length of AB is 4.5 centimeters. It is because I have chosen the scale 1 centimeter is equal to 100 meters per second, and the value of u is 450 meters per second. So from point A with an angle of 20 degree, alpha 1 is equal to 20 degree, and v1 is equal to 1500 meters per second. So I have drawn a line of length 15 centimeters. As you can see here, I have drawn a line, that is v1 which is equal to 15 centimeters. 15 centimeter, that is 1500 meters per second. So this is point D. So from point D I am going to draw a vertical line. I'm going to draw a vertical line downward so that I can get point E. So I have drawn one vertical line, you can see here. So this is, and I am going to join BD. I'm going to join B and D. I'm going to join this B and D, point B and point D, right? Point B and D. Okay. So this completes the inlet velocity triangle. So this is V1 and this is VR1 and this is VF1, and then from here to here it is VU1, that is nothing but AC. This is VU1, right? So this is VU1. So you can see this is VU1. So what is the length of VU1 here? As you can see here, it is exactly 14.1. So 14.1 into 100. So it is 1410. 1410 meters per second. And what is the value of VF1? So the value of VF1 is 5.2 centimeters. So it is 520 meters per second. 520 meters per second. Then what is the value of VR1? So if we measure VR1, so we are getting somewhere around 10 point, or to be precise, it is almost 11 centimeters. So I can say VR1 is equal to 1100 meters per second. VR1 is equal to 1100 meters per second, because VR1 is 11 centimeters, it is approximately, right? Okay. So this completes the inlet velocity triangle. So we'll try to find the value of beta. So beta 1 is equal to, so I'm going to measure the value of beta 1 here. So beta 1 I am obtaining somewhere around, so whatever the value of beta 1 I am getting, you just write it. So that is the value of beta 1, because we are solving this problem by graphical method. So it is 27, or I will go with 28 degree. Beta 1 is equal to 28 degree, as you can see here. So beta 1 is equal to 28 degree. 28 degree is the beta 1 value. So 28 degree. Okay. So here in the problem it is clearly mentioned that beta 1 is equal to beta 2, as you can see here. So beta 1 is equal to beta 2, it is clearly mentioned here, right? So I am going to draw a line beta 2 with a value of again same beta 1 of sufficient length, right? So beta 2, I need to draw beta 2 and its value is, that is equal to beta 1. So it is 28 degree again here. So somewhere here 28 degree. So 10, 20, 30. So 28 is somewhere here. So I'm going to draw a line of sufficient length, as you can see here. So basically solving the problem by graphical method is quite easier, right? So I have drawn a line at an angle of beta 2 is equal to 28 degree. Okay, now one more important condition is given, that is, so better I will write it here, VR2 is equal to 0.8 times VR1, right? So this is very important condition, it has been given over in the problem. Okay, so first I will measure VR1. So VR1 is somewhere around 11 centimeters. So 11 centimeters into 0. So because I need to, this is VR2 line, this line is VR2 line. So I want the length of this VR2. So how I am going to obtain? Initially measure this VR1. So VR1 is 11 centimeters. So 11 centimeters into 0.8. 11 centimeters into 0.8 will give you VR2. So you can see here, so 11 centimeters into 0.8, so how many centimeters? It is 8.8 centimeter is the length of VR2. So it is 8.8 centimeters, right, somewhere around, right? So 8.8 centimeters. So this is the length of VR2. Okay, so from this point again, so we obtained the point A, B, C, D, and this is point E, right? So from point E again draw a line vertically downward, right? So that is nothing but VF2, so this is VF2 and this is VR2. Then join EA is nothing but V2, EA is nothing but V2, so this is V2. Okay, now measure the length of each line, multiply with the scale to get the magnitude of that particular line. So if I want to measure VR2, so I will measure it. It is 8.8 into 100, it is 800, and VR2 is equal to 880 meters per second. Then what is the value of V2? Measure V2, it is 5.2, right? 5.3, okay, 5.3. So 5.3 it is, as you can see here, 5 point, otherwise I will go with the, no, it is 5.3 into 100. So V2 is equal to 5.3, that is 530 meters per second. So multiply with the scale. We have chosen the scale. Scale is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 100 meters per second. Then similarly measure this VF2 is 4.1, that is nothing but 410 meters per second. So this is how we have obtained the values here. Then measure, we need VU2 value, that is required. So what is the value of VU2? So measure FA. So FA is nothing but VU2. So what is the value of, so it is 3.4, almost 3.4 into 100, so 300, so VU2 is equal to 340 meters per second. So this is how you have to draw the velocity triangle with all the values written on the velocity triangle, right? So then one more thing is to be written, that is alpha2 is equal to, so I'm going to measure the length, the angle of alpha2 here. I'm going to measure alpha2, so its value is alpha2 is equal to, so I am going to get the value of alpha2 is somewhere around 50 degree. As you can see here, the value of alpha2 is 50 degree. So this completes the velocity triangle. Okay, so now you all of you better make a table with all these values, and we try to find the unknowns that are necessary to calculate. Okay, so all of you can see that I have prepared one table for this. For the same velocity triangle values, I have prepared one table. So starting from V1, so V1 is 1500 meters per second, VR1 is 1100 meters per second, Vf1 is 520 meters per second, beta1 is equal to 22, beta1 is equal to 28 degree. So here beta1 is equal to beta2. Then Vu1 is 1410 meters per second, U is equal to 450 meters per second, VR2 is equal to 880 meters per second, V2 is equal to 530 meters per second, Vf2 is 410 meters per second, Vu2 is 340 meters per second, alpha2 is equal to 50 degree, and alpha 1 is equal to 20 degree. So I have made one table, so all of you better practice to draw the table. So this is going to help you while doing the calculation part, right? Okay, as you can see here, so I have extracted the values. So beta 1 and beta 2, the very first unknown, that is beta 1 and beta 2. So beta 1 and beta 2, those are nothing but 28 degree, since beta 1 is equal to beta 2. So this we have obtained directly from the velocity triangle. As you can see here, just measure the angle beta 1 and measure beta 1 angle, measure it, and one condition is clearly mentioned in the problem. So beta 1 is equal to beta 2, so beta 1 is equal to beta 2, that is 28 degrees. So this is the first answer. Then second answer is we need to calculate VR1 and VR2 values. So similarly here also you measure the length, that is BD. So BD is nothing but VR1. So you are getting somewhere around 11 centimeters. So 11 centimeters into multiply it with the scale, right? So it will be 1100 meters per second. Scale is 100 meters per second. 1 centimeter is equal to 100 meters per second. So VR1 is equal to 1100 meters per second. So now similarly we need to calculate VR2. So there is one condition is given. So this is very important part. VR2 is equal to 0.8 times VR1. Since this condition is given, then definitely we have to multiply this VR1 by 0.8 in order to get the value of VR2. So multiply this 11 centimeter into 0.8, so you will get 8.8 centimeters, or you multiply 1100 into 0.8, you will get 880 meters per second. So this is how we have to calculate for VR1 and VR2, and VR2. So we have calculated over here. So this is the B bit. Then C bit is we need to calculate tangential force, right? C bit is tangential force. Tangential force Ft is equal to m into bracket Vu1 plus Vu2. So this is the equation that is required to calculate tangential force. So just substitute the values over here. So here mass flow rate is given in the problem statement, as you can see. So mass flow rate is 900 kg per hour, but it has to be converted into kg per second. So mass flow rate is 0.25 kg per second. So this value has to be taken, right? So here mass flow rate is 0.25 multiplied by Vu1 is 1410 plus Vu2 is 340. So we need to calculate this. So we will get, so if we make the calculation of this, 0.25 into 1410 plus 340, so we will get somewhere around 437.5 newtons. So this is the tangential force that is acting on the blade ring. Then fourth one we need to calculate, that is power. So power P is equal to m into u into bracket Vu1 plus Vu2 divided by 1000 kilowatt. So just substitute the values. 0.25 into u is 450 multiplied by 1410 plus 340 whole divided by 1000. So we'll get, so if we do the calculation, we'll get 196.87 kilowatt. So this is the total power output from the D level turbine. So this is how you have to solve the problem. Okay, thank you.